Good evening and welcome to tonight's teaching series. This is going to be on the topic mentorship, the art of mentorship. So, first off, I would like you to, wherever you're seeing this video from, whatever platform you're watching this, just leave a comment in the comment section. Okay, let us know where you are viewing from. I would really love to know where you're watching from. So, and then a quick sound check. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. So, tonight we are going to be discussing the topic of mentorship, and we have a few things here. What mentorship really is, how to access mentors, pitfalls to avoid, biases. Linda, welcome. Welcome. Myths and biases about mentorship. Hopefully, you are going to be able to touch everything, but if not, then we would have to converge to continue the conversation on a later date. Before I move into the second part of this series. Okay, so the second part is basically for people who want to mentor other people. But for this one, it's for people who want to assess and keep mentors. Okay, so this is going to be really, really helpful to you in your journey to having the right kind of mentors in your life. Okay, so if you are here with me, I would love to see your comments in the comment section. And anything that stands out for you, you can also put it down and I'll pop it up on the screen. And Linda, I don't know, I didn't remember to share this link on the group chat on WhatsApp. So please help me find a way to copy the link and then share with the inner circle so that they can also benefit from this conversation. So now, what is mentorship and what is it not? Okay, so basically, these are some of the things we'll be talking about tonight. What mentorship is, what it is not. Okay, and why it's a must for you, why it's a must for everybody, anybody. But I'll start by saying one thing. I'll start by stating one thing and making it clear that while mentorship is recommended for everybody, while mentorship is a good thing, while mentorship is a wonderful thing, it's not a must. Yes, quite counterintuitive, or let me say strange that I'm saying this at the beginning of a class like this, but it's not a must. It's not a must that you have a mentor. It's not a must. It's not a must that you have a mentor. It's not a must that you mentor other people. No, it's not a must. It's not like a rule of law anywhere that if you don't have a mentor, you can never succeed. Forget whatever anybody has told you about this. You can definitely succeed without a mentor. You can succeed without somebody that you call a mentor. For some people are like that. I mean, some people are lone rangers. They prefer to fight life all through by themselves, right? So that's by the side. So what is mentorship and how did it start? How did it originate? The word mentorship started from a particular guy named Mentor, a Greek mythology. Um, a particular person named Mentor. This is the legend of Odysseus, right? Ancient Greek mythology. He was going for a particular war. I can't remember the name of the war. He was going for a particular war, but he had to hand over his son, Telemachus, to his friend named Mentor. And this his friend is meant to be the person to look after. Christy, I see you. To look after Telemachus until he's back from his sojourn, his voyage, right? And that's how the word mentor came about. That's the use case for the word mentor, right? So this guy mentor is meant to be a father figure to Telemachus. such that where he steps his foot, Telemachus steps his foot. What he does, that his son, the son of Odysseus, will do, right? And that entrustment, um that arrangement was based on trust, you know, based on so much trust for the guy mentor. Okay. So mentorship, I'm going to be giving a new definition to this, because I found out that a lot of times when people talk about mentorship, they often, the definition that you see in most places, in most, even in some dictionaries, is a situation where a more experienced person assists a less experienced person to achieve the goal of that less experienced person. Okay. A situation where a more experienced and a more capable individual grabs a less experienced and a less capable individual by the hand and decides to take them through the journey, right? But at the end of the day, I've come to realize that that definition is faulty. Why? It brings in a very selfish perspective that favors the mentee. It brings in a one sided agenda. And when I teach people about networking, I always love to say this: networking is not one sided, it's a two-way street, it's a two-way express. So, whatever relationship that you are going to be in, and one party, the definition of that relationship is that one party is going to do something to the next party, or is going to give something to the next party, then that relationship is already faulty. It is it's no longer symbiotic. It is no longer, there's no mutual benefit. So it becomes a parasitic relationship, and it's I mean, it's born to die. Born today to die tomorrow. That's what the relationship becomes. Okay. So at every point in time, you have to realize that mentorship is a relationship between two people. Okay. A relationship between two people that involves a mutual interaction, rather mutual benefit. Okay. So as much as, yes, the mentee wants to grow, as much as the mentee wants the best of the relationship, the mentor also deserves the best of the relationship. The mentor also has his or her own life aspirations and plans. The mentor also has his or her own expectations from the relationship, and that counts. Okay. So this is just the idea, the basic idea, because I decided to make this a more serious thing. I think it was 2020 that I put out my first offer to mentor people. And before I knew what was happening, I saw that, over 50 people had filled the form. I mean, I joined the group for mentorship, over 50. Before I knew what was happening, over 100 people. Before I knew what was happening, they got to 300. And 300 people seeking mentorship. I felt, I mean, it was a really nice thing. Wow, 300 people who were willing to grow. So we started, and then I realized that, hey, 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 I just gathered trouble on my loins. I packed fire and put it on my chest or on my head, right? So I realized these are people who do not understand the purpose of mentorship, or do not understand the structure of mentorship. So they just wanted to come and take. I mean, they wanted to come and grab their share and run away, right? The obligation wasn't there, the commitment wasn't there on the other side. So at the end of the day, I was burning out. I just felt I was giving and giving and giving, and then you call for meetings, they don't show up. So I gave up at some point. I kicked everybody out, and I had to restructure. And then it was free. So yeah, a lot of people jumped in. So I had to restructure my mentorship. Now, in the form that a lot of them filled, I was reading through, and it wasn't difficult for me to realize the reason for that problem. And the reason is their definition of mentorship: a more experienced person helping a less experienced person, and that's it. Okay. So I had to start redefining everything from there. Now, why is this a must for you? Why do you need this topic? At every stage in your life, there's always somebody who has gone ahead of you. At every stage in a man's life, there's always somebody who has gone ahead. There's always somebody ahead of you in your career. There's always somebody ahead of you in your, your spiritual life. There's always somebody who is ahead of you in your business. Okay. And now, being ahead is a huge sacrifice. Being ahead is a risk on its own. And a lot of times, by the virtue of you being ahead, you must have experienced certain things that if you had the chance to go back again, turn the hands of the clock, you won't do those things the way you did them. You must have made certain costly mistakes, right? So these guys who have made those mistakes offer themselves as blueprints, as prototypes. Okay, I've done this and I made a mistake. So I don't want you to make the same mistake. I did this, but it was slow. But I want you to be fast. I did this and it didn't work out. I tried it 10 times and it didn't work out. It worked out in the 11th trial. But I'm going to show you what I did differently in that 11th trial so that it works for you on your first try. Absolutely, mentorship will not take the work and do it for you. It won't take the work from your hands and do it for you. But it gives you leverage. It gives you leverage, strong leverage. I call it wicked leverage. It gives you a crazy advantage. Okay? So, the fact that you have a mentor gives you the confidence to know that somebody's giving you a cheat sheet for life. And this will bring me to the conversation. What kind of mentors do you need? You need mentors across different fields of your life: personal development, spiritual, academic, marriage, what have you, count them, name them. But the thing is, if you are to ask me, I would say basically you need a life mentor who is more like a model to you. And mentorship can take different shapes and forms and sizes. There are coach mentors, there are instructor mentors, there are model mentors, there are different kinds of mentors. Okay, and I won't go into all that. And one of the things that I want you to understand is the core of mentorship is the definition that you give to it. If two people are going to embark on a mentorship relationship, whatever happens inside that relationship depends on both of them and the definition that they give to that relationship. So nobody has the perfect definition, nobody has the perfect structure to mentorship. It depends on what you define. Okay? So mentorship is a must because it gives you leverage. You stand on the shoulders of giants and look at heroes and see their battle scars and they tell you the stories of war. A mentor gives you the book of his mistakes to peep through so that you don't ever get to make the same mistakes yourself. A mentor cheers you up when the whole world is literally against you. A mentor says, go ahead, and you get that energy to actually go ahead. My dad will always say my dialect, not my dialect, my language. Onye nna ya ziri ori na-eji ọkpa agbawa ụzọ. What does that mean? The one whose father sends him to go and steal will kick a door down with his legs. Mentorship gives you effrontery, it gives you audacity to move. When a mentor says, oh, do this, you have that extra push, you have that extra motivation to actually take action. Okay, so before I continue, I'm going to tell you this one truth. Mentorship thrives on reciprocity. Mentorship thrives on reciprocity. And if you are going to get the best out of mentorship, realize that you are giving and taking. You are not there to take. You are not there to take. You are not there to take. You are always you always should be looking for opportunities to fill a void. Make yourself irreplaceable. Make yourself worth keeping. Okay? So we're going to go into, you know, how to find and retain mentors, how to find and attract the right mentors. Okay? Now, I would say three things, three tiny secrets that would help you find and attract the right kind of mentors. Three things. Now, these three things are at the point of initiation. Initiate. My goodness, I don't bite my tongue. Initiating the relationship. Number one is serve your way in. Number two, pay your way in. Number three, offer feedback and show gratitude. Okay. So number one is payment. Number two is service, servitude or volunteering. Number three is feedback and gratitude. And I will explain all these things for you. Number one, find their inner circles, find their You see somebody that you admire and you want them to mentor you. Don't just jump into their DMs. In fact, that's one of the pitfalls. That's one of the ways to make a very terrible mistake. Very terrible. Sometimes it works. I've seen people who advise people. If you see somebody that you want their mentorship, jump into their DM and ask them. The highest they can say is no. Don't be foolish. Don't be stupid to just be randomly asking people for mentorship. They've received such requests enough to know that a lot of times all those fake love coming into people's DM to type log messages and then end it with please can you mentor me. They know no, they know it's not working like that. They've been heartbroken many times. So they know, right? There's a twist to it. There's something that you can do that will make you different. So number one, I said paying, find their inner circles, find their mentoring programs, ask them if they have. You know, I've had to meet people, certain people in my life, and at a point where I knew that I really needed information from them. And I went to them directly, not to say, oh, sir, I've been reading your post on Facebook for 335 days every day of the week, and even my grandfather has been reading it with me and shouting, hey, hey, hey. No, 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 no. I go to them and the question I'm asking is, what do you offer? What do you offer for your mentoring program? What's the structure of your mentoring program? How much do I need to pay for you to mentor me on this particular thing, on this particular goal? Okay. I ask them, sir, please, do you have an inner circle? Do you have a small community or a large community? However, I can join. Let me just be getting value from you. Now, that way, they are beginning to understand that you have value for their time. There are some people that you will approach this way, and just because of your manner of approach, they will definitely want to favor you in a way, just because they know that you value their time. Okay, so it's no longer jumping into people's DM. I want you to mentor me. It gives some people PTSD. They've had very wonderfully terrible experiences with mentorship, so they run from it. I attended an event where they told us something. One of the speakers was saying that great people run away from mentorship. Great people, they run from mentorship. Why? They know how stressful it can be, especially when you are dealing with a bunch of entitled people who are just there to take from you. Sir, I want this, sir, teach me this, sir, please, when can I call you, sir, can I have you for 3 days, can I pick your brain, it drag and drag and drag, and at the end of the day you get overwhelmed. So they understand this, so they would rather not mentor at all. you know but you can make yourself exceptional. Number one, I said pay for their time. Ask them, what will you offer? Let it now be that they see the price and it's something you can't afford, and you tell them wholeheartedly, sir, this is not something within my budget, but can I be paying instrumentally? Or please, can you offer me a discount? I'm not undermining your knowledge, I'm not undermining your ability, I'm not undermining your service, but please, can you offer me a discount? I'm a student and I'm trying my best. I'm not making excuses, but I'm trying my best. I really want this at this moment of my life, right? Or, you know this is what I have at the moment. I'll still complete later, but can I just start with this? I've had people approach me like that. Oh, sir, I cannot afford your inner circle, but this is what I have at the moment. And I add them. Some of them, they've not completed the moment, the payment till now. But no problems. They are still in the inner circle already. Okay. Now, the second method, the second way to assess mentors is servitude. This is going to help you access and even beyond initiating the relationship, also to sustain it. Service. Serve your way in. Serve your way into that relationship. You see somebody who's doing well. And the truth of the matter is, no matter the level you are in life, there's always somebody who can be a mentor figure over your life. And you can meet those people anywhere. You can go for an event and randomly stumble into one person, and you feel like, wow, I thought I've arrived. I mean, I thought, but this guy, he has something that I can drink from. My goodness, where is this guy from? I mean, where is this woman from? Where is this man from? I would love to connect with this person. Now, sometimes all it takes is finding a spot of their life. Every human being has a dark spot. Every human being has a weak link in their life. Every human being has a need, a dire need. And every man's need is his point of contact. Every human being has a deep need, and that need is his point of contact. Okay, so if you are able to find out what they need, strategically survey, go on social media, look at what they are doing, see what, for some people they don't need much. Some people, they just need engagement on their posts on social media. They are already rich, and they're doing well. But when they post on social media, nobody sees it. They just want that additional validation to feel like they are doing something extra, right? So if you can offer that, oh, sir, I'm going to occupy your social media, can I do this for you? I know I can't afford your mentorship, but can I do an exchange service? Can I serve you for a while? you know I think I can do this for you. For some people, the way they have gotten mentors is somebody you admire post a flyer online, and the flyer is looking, is looking not so good, that kind of thing. It's looking somehow. And what do you do? You're a graphics designer, and you're always complaining, oh, I don't have money, I don't have money, I don't have money, I cannot pay for this, I cannot pay for that. But you have a skill. That's why I really would recommend the teaching on the currencies of trade to anybody who is watching this. Go back to that video, watch it again. Watch it if you have to. Currencies of trade. There's always something that you can exchange. So if it's a skill that you have, you can use that skill or service to, offer to a mentor figure, somebody you want to attract as a mentor, and reach out to them. Oh, I do graphics, and I saw your recent flyer. I was just playing around. I had some time with me, so I decided to redesign it. I thought to send this to you, right? And send it early. Send it early. It's not when the event is down tomorrow. You start sending it, so that no, send it early. As soon as you see it, you redesign it and send it to them. And then, some of them are going to be like, oh wow, this is nice, this is really really nice, what can I pay you to be doing this for me? And they're like, no sir, please, for the first month I can just be doing your designs for free, as long as it's something that is within your powers. Hmm? Let me do this for the first month for free. Before you know what's happening, they are sold out already. They are sold on your brand, they are sold on your mission, be on your life. So some of them will take you as a personal project. There are people that I had to take into my mentoring program. I'm not saying this so that tomorrow I'll not start seeing I'll not start seeing graphics design inside my I be graphic flyers inside my DM. I'm giving this up. I did this one time. I did a teaching one time. I can't remember what I thought about. And somebody immediately, yes, it's part of this the next thing I'm going to share. Somebody applied the teaching, what I taught. The lady had the mind to apply it back on me immediately after I finished teaching, and I was swept off. Like, I didn't remember, and I fell for it. I When I eventually caught myself, I was laughing. I told her, and she was laughing too. you know. So no, this time around, it's not what I'm talking about. Okay, but yes, try as much as possible. Look for opportunities to serve. Look for their weak points. Look for what you can offer them. right? So, oh, sir, I see that you are hosting a conference in Bayelsa. I see that you're hosting a conference at Enugu. I see that you're hosting a conference. This can I, I stay close. I would want to volunteer. Can I lead your team of volunteers? Can I do this? Just find something. Find something. I've had people who worked with me for a while. They opted to volunteer for my brand, and they volunteered so well that I started feeling guilty. I started feeling very, very guilty not going the extra mile for them. So the only way I felt I could pay them back was to offer to mentor them. Some of them, when I eventually opened up that opportunity, they were so excited. And I kept wondering, excited. You have already done a lot for me. I mean, you have done a lot for me, and I'm just looking for a way to reward you, right? But to them, it means a whole lot. It means the world to them. Okay, so servitude. How can I serve? Even if you can't afford it, how can you serve? Volunteering can open you up to kings. Somebody was saying, I don't know whether it's somebody or even me that said, but there was a saying somewhere that even if you are, yes, I remember I wrote that somewhere. The thought came to me and I wrote it somewhere. Even if you are not able to eat with the king on the king's table, serve the king's meal. And eventually, one way or the other, you will find yourself on that table, be it as a king or as a servant. The main thing is that you are within that perimeter, you are in that table, and as long as you keep hovering around there, one day you are going to be sitting with the king as a king yourself. Why? You understand the language of kings, you have what kings eat, you know how they walk around, you know what they do. So eventually it's going to come to you as well. Number three, feedback. Feedback, very important. So let me give you one secret. When I go for events, right? When I go for events, big events in Abuja, anywhere, virtual too, I watch out for certain speakers. It's not every speaker I'm interested in connecting. Some of them I will just connect to them on Facebook. Oh, thank you very much. I saw what you did. Thank you so much. I saw your. I mean, not that I saw. I witnessed your this. It was life transforming. Thank you so much. It was really impactful. But then there are some people. There are some people that that this one spoke to my soul. This one is beyond just I attended this and I just no. I really want to connect with this person. I want to know this person. I want this person to be closer to me. Now, what do? I go the extra mile in giving feedback. So while they are still on stage speaking, I'm already typing feedback. I'm already typing gratitude notes. Very long something. And when they are done, I post it. I send it to them. And they read it. Now, this is the principle of the 10 lepers, right? Jesus healed 10. How many came back? One. So it's more like the 10%. And most of the time, it's not even up to 10%, it's just 1% of people that will go the extra mile in giving gratitude and offering feedback. Okay, so I meet those people and I see what they are doing. I get value from their teaching, and I go to their DMs and I write. People do not, young people are so lax these days. Permit me to use that word. They're so lax that they want a lot. They want a lot of attention, right? But even some of the basic things that they are meant to be doing, I mean, let me not exclude myself. I'm a young person, so let me use we. Even some of the basic things that we are meant to be doing, we forget those things and we are chasing after, the big stuffs that we can't even get. So you attend the training, the speaker comes, delivers value. Instead of you jumping into his DM, mentor me, sir. I sometimes it drives me crazy. Sometimes I finish teaching some in some trainings, virtual event, and I literally beg for the feedback. How was this session for you? Come to my DM and tell me how it was. Now, what I do sometimes is when people come to my DM and they post those things, I look at their comment, I look at the way they write. Some of them, when they are done typing the feedback, I'm like, you write so well. You make a great writer. I'm already having the passion to nurture that writing gift in them. I may not be the best of writers I mean, the best of writer there is in Nigeria or in the world. I may not be the best, right? But I know a bit about writing. I know how to get resources to, help people become better writers. So I feel like, let me just share this with this person. Let me draw this person closer. And they keep coming close, they keep coming close. And next thing, one way or the other, they find themselves in my inner circle and they keep building, right? Just from one feedback, just from the way they wrote their feedback, I connect some of them with some people. Now, the same training that I taught, you still see hundreds of people jumping into my DM. Thank you, sir. 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 The thank you, sir. Just post it on the group. I'll see it there. Don't come to me. Don't multiply my messages on WhatsApp. I'm saying this unapologetically. It's just the way it is. Now, after the thank you, sir, gun parade, the next thing you'll now be seeing is, please mentor me. Some of them, I did a training in one group. After many weeks, one of them, after reading some of the messages, now jumped into my DM. Sir, please, I want you to mentor me. Please, I have a little request. I need a little favor from you. Hey God. Hey God. I want you to I want you to be my mentor. Please, can you be my mentor and hold me by the hand and always call me to encourage me? And did Kenwan because he was just saying plenty things. I'm like, no problem. I didn't reply, but I just laughed. I just laughed. Why? People do not even know the depth of sacrifice that you make sometimes to make yourself available. The depth of sacrifice that it takes to type content. I see Sir Nonsoye Jemezi here. See, content creation is not easy. Sometimes, I mean, you can be traveling for like 4 hours on the road, and you start typing content from the beginning of that travel, and you complete it at the end of the journey. By the time you are finishing that piece of content, that people are going to read on Facebook, by the time you are finishing that and you send posts, you are exhausted. In between typing that content, a lot has happened. Sometimes you type it, it deletes. Sometimes I type some things on Facebook and press back mistakenly on my phone, and everything just moves on to where I don't know. I have to start recreating. Sometimes I'm just tired, I don't write it anymore. I'm like, let everybody just imagine that this content has been created. Let me move on with my life. It's that difficult. Then bringing out your time to offer your knowledge, train, and then somebody comes and says, thank you, sir. Can you mentor me? It doesn't work that way. Life does not work that way. It's not that easy. I wish it were. I would have had maybe like 10 powerful mentors by now that I will even be billing on top. Now that can you hold my hand? That's the one that used to scare the living daylight out of me. Even the people that paid me have not finished holding all their hands, is to come and start holding everybody's hand. It doesn't work that way. So now that extra mile matters a lot. Coming back to say thank you, being part of that 1%, to type that long message that will make that speaker, that trainer, that coach, that potential mentor smile. Go the extra mile, the extra length to show gratitude. You meet them at an event and you have a gift for them, or just something out of the blues. You celebrate them, you repost their events, you follow them, you comment, you engage on their post, and then they see you. That makes a lot of difference, because for some people that's all that they're looking for. To be honest, I've met people in this life with my little experience, on the face of this earth. I've met people whose aspirations had shifted. At this present point of their lives, money is not their problem. They have money. I mean, they are wealthy, very wealthy people. But their major problem in life right now is, Coach CJ, how do you do all these things? You are speaking on NTA, you are appearing here, you are appearing here, you are doing this, you are even mentoring people. How do you I really want to do this. I really want to give value to my world, but I don't know how to start, and I feel left behind. And sometimes I just feel like opening my mouth to just say, can we just exchange? Like, take all the ability to appear live on NTA that, let me not even say it. I wanted to say that they did not pay me, but I will not say it. Some of this, some of these, some of these, some of these sacrifices, you know, people don't know. So for some people, that's what they want to. That's they've made money in their life. They have money, so they just want to. Some people even want to use their money to build foundations. They want to build charity. They just want to give it out. They've come to that level of abundance. Huh? So that's what they are looking for. So if you manage to enter their space and just come to them at least every week, you drop a dose of thank you. Thank you for all you have been in my life. Thank you. They need that validation. They don't want to feel like they're not doing enough. Every human being is underappreciated. This is tested and trusted. It is purely certain. Every human being feels underappreciated. Every human being on earth feels underappreciated. It's me. I did the research in my room. I did the research in my room. I know what I'm saying. So yeah, if you're able to give feedback, if you're able to show gratitude in a different way, you are definitely going to grab and you are going to steal a mentor's heart and run away with it. Grab it and run away with it. Okay, people love to be associated with your progress. I mean, great people love to be associated with great things. So when you are making progress and you can attribute it to somebody, they will be happy. That you read somebody's post and you say, oh, I applied this and it worked for me. You attend a live session and you say, later on you make a post, this live session was life changing, you know and this and that and that. Now those people are going to be noticing you. Even if they don't talk, they are noticing. What they are trying to do sometimes is to sieve. There's a depth of gratitude that is surface level, that is shallow. They know this one is pretense, this one is initial gra, it's just social media, everybody is just trying to farms me on social media, that kind of thing. They are trying to sieve, so they are observing. Your consistency is what will tell them how serious you are. Good. Thank you, sir. So your consistency is what will tell them how serious you are. So keep showing up, react on their posts, comment, follow their events. There's definitely no way they won't notice you. It's going to get to a point. Some people will even be like, your own done too much. Anywhere I see you, anywhere I am, I see you. Anywhere I'm just seeing you everywhere. Just come closer. I've done that for some people. As much as at a point I had to set boundaries, and structures, but there were still people that managed to do certain things that were so phenomenal. I couldn't ignore them. And I had to just be like, man, your own done too much. It's okay, just come. I have somebody now for almost 6 months. This guy has followed me. I want to volunteer for you. After saying I'll send you link, don't worry, I'll talk. At the point, if I even got tired because I don't even have time to start organizing the kind volunteers. I don't have time to, I don't have that time. A lot of things that I wanted to do this year, I couldn't achieve them. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine that I couldn't do a lot of things. I'm fine that my social media, whatever, is struggling. I'm fine that I'm not achieving a number of all those goals. No, I'm fine. I'm okay with that. But there's this particular guy. I met him in a conference. I went to speak at Gwagwalada Business Conference, and I met him there. So he kept on following me. I want to volunteer for you. I want to every time, every time, every time. So I finally replied him yesterday, sent him a link to my volunteers group. I've not really said anything in that group. So, and he was happy that, oh, I've sent him link to volunteers group, oh, not something that will be paying him. Volunteers, and he's happy. So that kind of attribute, he's already on my watch list. E get as e go be. I no go even talk too much. Sir, just sir, he's a man. So join my inner circle. Let's take it up from there. Say, sir, can you mentor me? I don't have money. Please do anything you can do for me. Just help your boy. The kind of entitlement I've seen on this social media space. At a point I almost felt like running away. Sir, you help me and God will bless you and okay, you know. So that's it. Serve your way in, give feedback. offer gratitude, and then pay your way in. These are the three major ways. There may be other ways. Some people use jazz, some people use different things. Me, I don't know about those ones. I have not touched those ones. But these are the ones that I know that work, right? Now, offer value. Find ways to offer value, and you will trap any mentor. You attract any mentor to yourself and grow. See, there are mentors you also attract by the virtue of growth, right? S- Growth is in different aspects of your life. It could be visibility, it could be um in terms of content value. There are people that, you know, at some point of your life, people are going to reach out to you and offer to mentor you by the virtue of certain things they are seeing in your life. I mean, big people, they're going to see you and they're like, the way you are going, you're famous, but I see some little errors that you may need to correct. So let's work on this together, right? Why? People love to be associated with growth, something that is moving. Okay. So as much as possible, try to be growing. At least try to, even if you don't have a mentor yet, try to be growing, keep improving yourself, keep improving yourself. Before you know what's happening, mentors will start scouting you. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about, mentorship myths and biases about mentorship, right? I did a post sometime, I think 2020, that demystified mentorship, this myths. I mean, deconstructed a lot of myths. And by myth, I mean things that do not really make so much sense. But people think it is a law, but it doesn't make sense. I'll give you examples. Okay. I forgot to tag my guy, you Chris John Vian. If he finds out that I'm doing this session and I didn't tag him, he's going to vex for me. I remember the last live session, he was saying I should always mention him whenever I'm doing this so that he will join. And I forgot. So if you know him, you can tag him. So, like I was saying, um, I'm trying to remember what I was saying earlier. So if you remember my last line of thoughts, please pop it up for me. Pop it up for me. Who is still with me? Who is still with me? I look forward to hearing from you. Your feedback this time around. Okay. I know I said something. I said something. It's like the fourth thing that just popped into my head. Yeah, about growth. Yeah, about growth. So, you are going to get to certain points, yeah, of your life where people will literally reach out to you to help you. Okay. So that's very, very important. And myths and biases. That's what we're talking about now. Myths and biases. Yeah, I remember. So one of such myths. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So one of such myths is number one, you need to be older, right? You need to be older. I've come to understand a lot of things about life. Sometimes we overcomplicate things and it makes it difficult for us. So many things. We overcomplicate so many things and we think it's like rocket science. This is simple, right? You you want to cross somewhere. I don't know if you've experienced this. Those days in on campus or anywhere, maybe it rained, then somebody is ahead of you and the person puts his foot somewhere, or even in a pool of water. Those times that you don't have choice. This water, you must cross it. You cannot fly except you have private jet. You can't fly, you must put your leg. So somebody walks through a path. You just notice that somebody walks through a path. Maybe the first person walks in, gets to a point and sleeps. The second person gets in, gets to a point, sleeps. The third person now gets in, now follows a particular path and passes. When you are following that third person, when you want to go, you will tend to follow the path that worked. That's basically what mentorship is about. You follow that path, you just try to trail his path. Then there are sometimes you see muddy floor, swampy muddy floor. Okay. Christy, please, if you are still here, send this link to Neuro Rehab Group. I just don't know. In fact, this whole thing can be very tiring and frustrating. You know, I just started this live session. I didn't inform anybody. I just posted the flyer on Facebook. The intention was not even to do it today, and all of a sudden, I just felt like, so my StreamYard subscription will soon expire. So I said, let me just do it. I didn't inform anybody, and I don't even know whether I should apologize. It's just tiring. This whole thing is not easy. So so now, um that's what mentorship is about. You've gone through this path and it became easier for you. You've had this experience and you don't want other people to make the mistakes that you made. And you're just sharing it. You're just living your life. And remember, there's no perfect formula. If anybody comes and says, oh, this is the perfect, I've discovered the perfect formula for mentorship, it's just like saying I've discovered the perfect formula for marriage. That's a big fat lie. It's a lie. What works for the goose may buy the gander. What works for Mr. A may buy Mr. B in seconds. So don't go and say, oh, this is the perfect formula for this and this, this is what I exactly this I will copy. No. Find what works for you. Okay? Whether a mentee or a mentor, find what really works for you. So some people think that, oh, if I become a mentor, I'll be overwhelmed. I mean, I have to be showing up every time. No, there are some mentors that don't show up. In fact, there are some mentors that what they do is to bring a group of trusted people and train those people, raise those people, and they become sub mentors. So when you are coming to them for mentorship, they just throw you to their mentees, senior mentees. So they don't worry about anything. Anybody who is coming, in fact, even if you pay them, is those their mentees on training that will still mentor you. So they are going to position as grand mentors. It's not taking too much of their time, right? So they found what works for them. Yours may be maybe one big group like that, and people are just asking questions and stuff like that. So anything that works for you, right? So I'm talking about age now, ageism. For some people, they think, oh, I have to attain a certain age before I can mentor other people. That's a lie. I've mentored mothers, I've mentored fathers. I have mothers in my mentoring program. I'm not talking about just mothers. I have mothers who are old enough to be my mother. I remember my first mentoring program, or the second one. I had a woman from India, and she had about three children, or she has. I don't know if she has given birth to more, but at that time she was, you know, she was she wasn't doing bad at all. Now, when she reached out to me for mentorship, my tiny mind would have just said, no, 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 it's not, no, 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 no. I had a man too, with his family and all that. A family man, grown man, you know, well old enough to be my father as well. But he reached out to me for mentorship, and I didn't deny him that opportunity. I didn't say, oh, I'm still young, I'm still this, I don't have plenty beards on my face, so let me just ignore this one. No, it doesn't work that way. Don't deny people the tangible benefits that is within you, that you have within you, because you are feeling not enough because of your age. Okay, you're not too young to mentor people, you're not too old to mentor people. Okay, and it's not a must that people you are mentoring have to be younger than you. That's absolute bull crap. It's not true. Mentorship is task specific, it's not age specific. It's goal specific, it's vision specific, it's purpose specific. So this person sees that, oh, you can. I have people that I'm currently mentoring that, they are actually mentoring me in something else. They are actually, like, I have somebody who is like a mother figure to me. But when that her own mother figure side finishes, it shifts. Then my own father figure, let me not, I won't say father figure because, but I would say my own mentor figure will come out, right? And the funny thing is, it happens so fast. So right now she's teaching me. I'm in her class, and immediately we are done with the class, you know, after a few hours, next thing, I'm sitting with her one on one, consulting, drafting out a lot of things, talking about her life vision, talking about her goals, talking about her retirement plan, talking about so many things that she wants to do. You want to write a book, you want to create a course, you want to create a start something with your life, right? So in that regard, she sees me as somebody who can. She sees me as a mentor. I went to a church to train to speak. The topic was on career, whatever, career excellence or so. I just wanted to talk about career and career clarity. Yes. And this church, when I finished teaching, they invited me to come and speak to the youth. They actually paid me. I didn't ask for the payment, but they insisted that they would pay me. They paid me. So um there was I mean, I spoke to the youth about career, right? Young people. And when I finished, the pastor's wife came after me. I know what she told me, because the plan was just for them to be there, some of the women in the church to be there when I'm talking, so that, just to ensure that there's orderliness and stuff. But when I finished, I realized that the session did not just catch the young people, it caught them too. So much that the pastor's wife came to me and said, CJ, you didn't come for the youths, you came for me. Please, I would want you to hold me by the hand. I want you to mentor me. These are her words, raw, unedited. I would want you to hold me by the hand. I want you to mentor me. These things you are saying, they are so important. I regret not knowing them on time. I mean, this is so eye-opening. Please, can you I'm willing. What is it going to take? What can we start today? I say, madam, take it easy. You me, I don't have that kind of energy. I'm tired. But at the end of the day, I ended up giving her like 2 hours extra session right there, standing. I couldn't sit, she couldn't sit. The passion was just too much. We were both consumed in the conversation. And that was it. She planned from there, she started planning to host a program for women in our area. Okay. So it is not age specific. So don't feel that you need to come to a certain point. You need to buy a car before you can mentor people. You need to own a house in Guzape or Katampe before you can mentor people. No, it's about experience. What experience do you have? What experience have you had? Then, you know, how can you take it up from there? What can you do? How can you structure it? What works for you? Okay. So when you start examining so many things that we are holding dearly to, so many things that we think are laws and regulations, ordinances, when you start examining all those things one by one, you find out that they don't make any sense. Sometimes I ask myself, all these laws, who put the law there? For some people, they think they need a special training or special certification program to identify as mentors. Same thing as coaches. They think they need, oh, there's a special training somewhere. That's a lie. I'm a life coach. I know what happens in the life coaching industry. As much as I have a lot of certifications to back up the claim, but the certifications don't really matter. Life coaching is a highly unregulated industry. So with or without a certification, you can practice life coaching anywhere in the world. Yes, there are life coaching forums and communities and certification programs and stuff like that. International, what is it, Coaching Federation, and whichever other one. Those things, those bodies exist, right? But those are additional benefits. They really do not stop you from practicing if you are not licensed with them or certified with them or something like that. No. As at now, 2024, it is still a highly unregulated industry. So what you need to mentor other people is experience and the heart of a mentor. A heart that wants others to prosper, that wants others to succeed, that wants others to experience less pain and more abundance. That's what you need to mentor other people. There's no certification in the world that is going to make you a better mentor. No certification. It's more about your content, what you have inside of you and you are willing to give to your world. Okay? And remember, there's no perfect structure. There's no perfect structure. Again, there's no mentorship is not gender specific. I remember meeting a young lady some years ago. I offered to mentor her. This was somebody that I saw on social media, and I felt like, yeah, this lady has a lot of prospects. I feel like if this is fine tuned, she will go places. At that point, I had the time to do it. I had the time to give her, right? But when I reached out, she said, she doesn't want a male mentor, that she only believes she can have a female mentor. She's affiliated with, she's a Christian. Let me not call church into this. But that was part of her belief systems, right? That she has to have a female mentor. So I left her. I wished her the best and shared with her insights on how to get the female mentor. Years later, she came back to me. Sir, I am ready. This, that. I've seen you online. I've studied you, blah, 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 that. I said, you're ready now. I am not ready. At this point of my life, I may not be able to bring out the time. But if you can pay for my mentorship, I mentioned the price. If you can pay this amount, then we can continue. You can join the group. At that point, she wasn't able to afford it. Okay. So I'm just trying to demystify and debunk a lot of things. It's not a must that a mentor has to be male or female. It doesn't have to be your gender. But it's still up to your personal preference. If you prefer male for any reason, that's fine. Go for male. If you prefer female, that's fine. Okay. But don't have it in your mind that, oh, it must be this. No. Reason being that, like I said, you can have, and this will take me to the next myth that I will dissolve. You can have mentors in different areas. What I advise people to do is um have at least one person that you can call mentor and they know you. Now, the next myth is I'm going to say this is a very funny statement. John Maxwell is my mentor. That's a myth. I mean, if John Maxwell doesn't know you, it's a myth. If John Maxwell doesn't have your number, it's a myth. If you just think that by reading people's books, Miles Monroe is my mentor. Who's your mentor? Miles Monroe. Who's your mentor? You call one name. Just open your mouth and call one big name. It's a lie. The person doesn't know you. That's a lie. The relationship is not there. That mutual relationship is not. It's a lie. Now, that doesn't negate the fact that there are distant and dead mentors, right? There are different kinds of mentors. There are active mentors, passive mentors, distant mentors, dead mentors, different kinds of mentors. If you start looking at the other side of it, professional, spiritual, personal development, and career, and all that, life mentor, all those different categories, right? But at the same time, if you are really going to say this person is my mentor, there has to be a level of connection to it. They have to know you. They have to be able to pick up their phone and call you and say, this post you made on Facebook, delete it. I don't like it. I do that for some of my mentees. Say, this thing you posted is sounding harsh. This sales copy you wrote and posted, I think it's not addressing the right audience. Delete it, create something else. It is because of the relationship. I can't do that for strangers. Let them insult my grandfather. Hey, I can't do that for any. It's not anybody I can correct on social media. No, but that relationship has to be there for me to say this person is my mentor or a mentee. Okay, so don't come and be saying, oh, John Obidi is my mentor, John Maxwell is my mentor, John Dumelo. I don't who's John Dumelo, actress, I've been musician. I don't even know. I be actor. All of them, all the Johns mentor. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, there has to be a level of knowledge that exists between the two of you. People can be your coach. You can have distant coaches. You can have distant role models, right? So most times people confuse role model and mentor, or confuse coach and mentor. They are not the same thing. Okay, I've made a post in the past to differentiate these different terms. Now, The next myth that we need to dissolve is that you must have one mentor. You must have one mentor. So some people preach things like that. Oh, mentorship. When you if you are to have a mentor, one mentor, have a mentor that gives you, when you find that one mentor, this one mentor, that is a lie. Is a lie. Let me tell you one thing with mentorship that a lot of mentors do not even like to open up on. Mentorship is like is like a dating relationship. There's always this tendency to want to have the mentee for yourself, right? I'm telling you this as somebody who has mentored a lot of people and who is mentoring a lot of people. There's always the tendency that I don't want this person to go elsewhere. And when you see them associating with other brands, there's a level of envy. When they come online and post somebody else and say, oh, this person is my mentor, there's a level of envy. But the truth of the matter is, there's nothing you can do about it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having more than one mentors. I be one mentor. But the thing is, I tell people this is the golden rule. You can have as many mentor as you can handle. And that handle there, I mean as many mentors as you can relate with, as you can serve, as you can commit to. The commitment is the most important. So some people, what they do is they run from one mentor to another. What they are looking for, I don't know. So they are doing it out of confusion, not strategy. They are two different things. So this one is a mentoring program. Just because that one has a car, they jump in. This one mentoring program. Just because that one is free, they jump in. Another person mentoring program. Just because that one is married, or maybe because they feel this one is richer, or just one thing or the other that is peripheral, not really so deep. They just keep jumping in, and at the end of the day, they are too confused. There's something called thought mentorship thought dissonance. So that's a clash of belief systems and philosophies. A mentor introduces you to his philosophy of life, his philosophy of success and abundance. Okay, and that's why a lot of times your mentor's thought patterns influence you. It affects your life, it affects how you think, how you relate with people. Why? It's a bond that has been formed over time. Now, for some people, you know, they just keep jumping into everywhere. Anything they see that is moving, they jump. So now you have a mentor, you are relating well with the mentor, and all of a sudden you see another mentoring program that promises you, that you become a millionaire in 3 days. I mean, this is a mentorship program for billionaires. And just because you feel, oh, there's money attached in this one, you run. You are not checking certain things. You are not doing certain litmus tests to know if this person is somebody I would like to call a mentor. See, you can even associate yourself with a mentor figure today, and tomorrow there's a scandal they fall into, and it totally destroys your own image. Now imagine this. Let me give you a typical example. You see a mentor, and then you join the mentoring program. You started becoming close to the mentor. You started following the mentor everywhere and joining everything he's doing. Following him, became his PA overnight, just because you wanted association. You wanted people to see you with somebody who is moving, somebody who is flying in a plane. Then the next thing now comes, information breaks out that, oh, this your mentor has been arrested for molesting a young lady. I'm giving you example. I'm not saying I know anything that happened. No. So the mentor has been arrested for molesting a young lady. Yeah. And the news on the internet is that he has been sleeping with all his female personal assistants. He never finished. That he has slept with all his female mentees. All. All. And maybe you are innocent, you don't even know that part of the person, you don't know, but there was something questionable, there was an attempt, there was something he did that you question, but just because you wanted to associate with something that is big, you went ahead. Now this is where the next thing comes in, right? What you should be considering in mentorship relationships: value systems, value systems results, commitments. What is the expectation of that relationship? Who is the person in question? What do they believe about life? What is their philosophy of life? You read their posts, you see how they attack women, and you want to submit on that mentorship to somebody who attacks women. Something has to be definitely wrong with you if you're a woman and then you want to call such person a mentor. You can call them any other thing, but not mentor. Mentorship relationship is delicate. I love to compare it with marriage. It's very delicate, it's very sacred. So these things matter a lot. You see a misogynist who is an obvious misogynist, who hates women, talking online and degrading women, and and they say mentor, you want to associate with them. You see a woman who comes online to post men as come, you want to associate with them. Every time men has come, men has come, why would that particular person keep meeting scum? You leave good men that are existing on the earth, you are just busy. Every man you meet scum, every man you meet scum. You can come to the conclusion that men has come. You want to submit to that kind of person as a mentor? No, it shouldn't be that way. Okay, now those are the things that you'll be asking yourself: virtue, value systems, and how do they align? Belief systems, how do they align? Goals, identities, philosophies, how do they align? Now let me give you an example, a typical example. There are some people who believe that you can never succeed in life unless you are doing one thing and one thing only. I mean, monopotentiality. You have to only focus on one thing before you can succeed. Then there are some people who believe that yes, it's okay to focus on one thing, but you can be all that you desire to be. Now if you are such person, please navigate to who feeds your soul. Navigate towards who gives you the right information for your identity. So I've connected with a lot of people on that basis, that every other person has told me that I can never succeed unless I pick a niche. You are the first person I'm hearing, Coach CJ. You are the first person who is telling me that I can be both a writer and a speaker. I never knew it was possible. I thought I was meant to fail, but you are proving me wrong. You are proving every other person wrong. And I'm like, Toh, writer and speaker is even small. I speak, I write, I train, I coach, I mentor, I lead, I do MC, I'm a health professional, I do plenty things. The only thing, I don't cook, I don't dance, but I do plenty things. you know so those are very important. Now if I'm communicating to somebody, if I'm teaching people, I bear that in mind. So when people come to me, I've had people come to me and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do, I have many ideas, I have many interests, I have many I have different identities, I don't know which one to choose. I do not tell them it's simple, pick a niche, or suffer, pick a niche or you thunder will fire you. No, it doesn't work like that. That's not the way I am. That's not my life philosophy, so I won't push it on other people. But I'm very open-minded, and that is how everybody who is a mentor should be. Open-mindedness is very important, to let people know that there is not only one way to Jos or to Kano, and it's not only one vehicle, one type of vehicle that can take you there. You can book a boat to Kano if your pocket can do it. You can drive to Kano, you can fly to Kano, you can even trek to Kano. Yes, even though you may not make the journey, but you can do anything that you set your heart to. Okay, so like I was saying, philosophies matter, congruency of philosophies. Now on the other side, what makes a good mentee? This is also very important, because if you want to retain mentors, you need to be able to be what they would want to, or who they would want to mentor. In other words, the question is, are you mentorable? That's one big question that you should be asking. Are you mentorable? Okay. So ask yourself, am I mentorable? Am I teachable? Am I willing to commit? Am I ready to submit? Am I willing to render help or support when needed, whether or not I am asked for that help? Am I willing to serve? Am I willing to apply myself? Am I willing to get results? See, there's nothing as frustrating as investing in, whether it's a product or a service or an asset or anything at all, an investment with low ROI. One of the mentor's biggest investment assets, or let me say one of the mentor's biggest joy, is that his investment in you or her investment in you is bringing results and they can see it, whether that is directly attributed to them or not, whether you are giving them any percentage or not. No, it doesn't really matter so much for a lot of them, but they just want to see results. They just want to see that, oh, this result you came for. Why? Because that your result is what will sell them. The result you are getting is what a mentor can look at and say, yes, I have the needed validation. It's your mentor's validation, that testimonial, and you have to be ready to also give it out. To also publicly associate. That's one thing a lot of people fail to do as well. Oh, my mentor, my mentor, my mentor, the mentorship is only in DM. But when you come out, your mentor is John Maxwell. When you enter DM to ask for help, your mentor is Chijo Kyotiba. He's not joining now. He's not joining. We see all those things. We see all those things. And when we see it, the only thing we can do is, okay, just they play. Just they play. Make everybody they play. May we just the all of us be playing. Let's play along, you know. But at the end of the day, we know the true story. I'm saying this so that this is going to help you across every sector, across every industry. Association, identification, your ability to come online and say this person is my mentor. It's not by force. Don't do it by force. Don't do it by coercion. Okay? Don't do it by no sane mentor. In fact, any mentor that is forcing you to identify with them is a scammer. It doesn't work like that. It has to be born out of a sincere desire for that association. It has to be born out of commitment, out of that submission, out of love, genuine love and passion for the relationship. It's an investment. So identify with them publicly. Identify with your mentor publicly. Even if person is a potential mentor that you want to grab, identify with them publicly. You attend an event and you take a picture with them, talk about what they did, show gratitude, post it out there online. Let people know that this is somebody you want to be close to. Purchase their books, their courses, take picture, post it out there. Okay? That's one of the ways that you will get that you know the blessings of a mentor. Because indeed, a mentor's words are powerful to your life. There are many things you can benefit from a mentor. A mentor's words, a mentor's motivation, a mentor's words of affirmation, a mentor's prayers, a mentor's recommendation or referral, a mentor's validation. These are things that you can hardly buy anywhere. A mentor's mention can change your life forever. That all of a sudden you just see, oh, this person mentioned you. You're now wondering now what's happening, what's happening. It's like I don't they blow. But it's because somebody who knows you by your name, who knows you by your identity, mentioned you somewhere. Have conversations and they mention you. This is one of the things I do for my mentees a lot. I'm always looking for, especially the ones who come close, I'm always looking for opportunities to squeeze them into any conversation. Cornelius is not here, he's writing exams, but I have him at the tip of my tongue. Anywhere, Cornelius, Abdullah, a lot of other persons. Why? The depth of sacrifice they've put into that relationship. So I go somewhere and I overhear, oh, I think we will need a gra. As they're saying gra, I'm like, Sorry, I have a I have a designer that's working with me for almost 4 years, and he's efficient, he delivers fast. And okay, can we have his number? Sharp, sharp. I don't even, whether or not, at the end of the day, I'm just, my own goal is just pay him. Just pay him, let him be happy. Just treat that my designer, treat him well. That's my goal in this life. Okay. So that's the what relationship can do for you a lot of times. And remember, it is not relationship that you fold your hands to build. You get your hands dirty and do the dirty work. Now, um, like I said something already, that times will come when the world will want to beat you down. And all you need to hear is a mentor's voice saying, "Go ahead, you can do it," or "Try again, you can." I failed at many things in life. So I believe my one of my fundamental duties is to give my mentees my book of failures so that they can glance at it and see where they must not fail, where they have no reason at all to fail. Why? They already know the secrets there. Okay. So that's very, very, very important. And then I'm going to end with this. I'm going to end with this, right? Um, that is pitfalls. But before I talk about pitfalls, let me also mention disadvantage, this thing that opportunities and wealth exist in circles. Opportunities exist in circles. So one of the things you get from a mentor is opportunities and other relationships. Okay. One of the things you get from a mentor is opportunity and people. So you are able to join certain groups, certain communities, meet certain people, and you grow together with them. You never can tell how far you will go with those people that you have in your network. So mentors expose you to a newer circle, a broader perspective of life. Now, the next one is, the pitfalls, how to destroy any mentorship relationship you enter. If you want to scatter, if you are currently in any mentor, I'm not saying, if I let me not put it that way, but sharp, this is how to scatter, like scatter any mentorship relationship you are in. If you want to press one button and scatter, you can press any of these buttons. Control, scatter. Number one. Number one. Number one. I'm struggling not to use this one as number one, but number one, build them. Use billing and finish their life. Immediately you are getting into the relationship, just jump into their DM. Sir, I've not filled my gas. Sir, I've done this one. My grandmother swallowed 3 broomsticks and they grew in her stomach and became palm trees. Please, I need some money. Just build them. Let me tell you one thing that you don't know. A lot of these people who are coming online and posting, you see me now, I'm wearing suits on this video. I mean, this, I don't even know what to call it. Live stream. I'm wearing suits and I'm looking all, popped up and wonderful. But there's no way you look at this picture and tell what I'm going through at this present moment. I'm not saying I'm going through anything. I'm just giving you example before some people come and start telling me sorry. But I'm just saying, right? Some of the people that you admire, it's not that they made poor financial decisions, but for one reason or the other, life can be unfair sometimes. They are going through a lot. Some of them, they they've lost their lands to the government. Some of them, their car just got bashed and they have to use the last money they have to go and repair the car. Some of them, a health issue in their family has costed them a lot of money, and they need the money for a lot of things. So when they don't give you money, don't feel bad, you know, and don't demand for money. It will strain the relationship. In fact, not just mentorship, friendships too. Don't use billing and kill your friendships. Oh, I need money. Please can you send me this? Some people will even borrow, they will not pay back. So it's unfair. Your mentor is not your sponsor. Understand this on time and you will have peace. Your mentor is not your sponsor. Your mentor is not your sponsor. You see a course that is 10,000 naira online, and you go and tell your mentor, oh please sir, and there's this course I saw is 10,000, please can you give me 10,000? Let me go. No, your mentor is not your sponsor. They have their financial challenges too, that if they decide to tell, they may not tell you because maybe you're not buoyant enough to actually do anything apart from wish them well. Yeah. So they won't confide in you, they will confide in richer people. If they would confide in anybody at all, some most times they bear the pain alone, right? So don't go and cast your burdens. The only person you can cast your burdens on is God. Don't cast or your financial burdens on your mentor. You will strain the relationship and you will lose it. I can assure you that. Can assure you that. Okay. So don't build your mentor. Don't put financial stress on them. Okay. If you don't want to lose them. Number two, take the relationship for granted. They are meeting, they say there's a live meeting by 9 o'clock or by 10 o'clock or by 4 o'clock or five. Just miss it intentionally and give them excuse. The next one, give another excuse. The next one, just keep giving excuses. Keep giving excuses. You cannot come and kill yourself. Just keep giving more and more excuses, more and more and more excuses. Just keep giving excuses. Right? Now, argue with your mentor. That's number three. Argue with your mentor. And when you want to argue, don't do it when you want when you want to when you, when you, this there's nobody would have said it better. This is it exactly. Honestly, one moment you accept to mentor somebody, the next second they are already billing you 10K. I'm like, come on, no be so now, no be so now, no be so now. If na like this, if it's like this, if I bill people like this by now, I mean, who is Elon Musk? That is to get mentor and build them immediately. Who is Elon Musk? One Chijokotiba will be equal to three Erimos in that case. Okay, so you catch people, build them, catch people, build them. That's not the way life works. It's really painful, right? And then they will now make you feel guilty for not giving it. I'm saying this because it's very rampant. This is very, 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 it's a very rampant error. Very, very, very rampant error. You know, don't ask your mentor for money, please. Rather, see, let me give you wisdom. This is what to do. Find something that you're doing to make money. Find a way you can either affiliate for that or increase the value of that thing and ask for the money. Find a way to tell them, okay, I'm struggling financially now. I need money, but sir, please, I know you are busy. I know you have a lot on your table, but can I offer you any service you can pay me for now? I would have loved to do this for free, but I need help at this moment. I just need financial. Sometimes when you do that kind of thing, they know you value their time, they know you value their money, they know you value their resources, right? Some of them will even want to, okay, 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 don't worry, don't worry. Let me help. Let me bear the pain and help. Ask how can I increase your income? How can I affiliate for your product? Those your books that you've been selling. How can I push it? I have the audience. I have a lot of people in mind. How can I push it? Even if it's just 3K from if I'm able to make 20K or 100K, even if it's just three, just do something. Don't just sit idle and feel entitled. Entitlement is dangerous. Okay, now I've said this already. Find ways to affiliate for them and get a commission for what they are offering. Their courses, their programs, their sir, can you give me an access to market your course at a special discount that is only available to me so I can use this to build my own finances? Can I market the inner circle? Can I market your mentoring program so that other people can join through me and I'll get a commission for it? Just be creative. Don't fold your arms and demand for money like a Nigerian policeman. Say there's no policeman on this call. uh Thank you. If a policeman on this call, I'm talking about Indian policeman. It's India I said though. It's India I said. uh So the next one is argue with your mentor. That's number three. Argue, and don't do it intelligently. Do it like a stupid person. When they post on Facebook and share their opinion, come on their comment section, tag their life, and argue with them. Prove to the world that you know more than your mentor. Prove to the world that they don't know anything that they are saying. Who is he to know anything about marriage? Come argue, argue, just argue. It doesn't matter whether you are right or wrong, just argue. Tag them, argue, go on Facebook, make a post about their posts and disagree on top. That's how to be a good scatterer of the relationship. You scatter it well, with pride, with honor, with dignity, scatter it. Okay? So argue with them and don't do it intelligently. Forget emotional intelligence. Who emotional intelligence help? Just argue anything they say, argue it. You know, if you are in public physically with them and they make a statement, in fact, if they are speaking in a conference and they say something, stand up and argue. So that way you fantastically destroy the relationship and you will never be able to build it back again. You will lose the trust graciously. You will not be able to get it back. Okay. And if that's what you want, go ahead. Number three, away without leave. A wall. Hmm? So all of a sudden, you ghost your mentor. They put up a live session, don't show up. Training for the mentorship program, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. Let them not see you by any means. Never be caught unawares. So just disappear. Hmm? Whenever you like in your life, just come back again. Just come back whenever you like. Nothing's going to happen. Who are they, Kwanu? Your father or your mother? Nobody send them. So just disappear. Give excuse when the time is right. Don't tell them that you're writing exams so you won't be able to show up for the meeting. Don't tell them that you are not feeling fine. Don't tell them anything. Don't communicate. Just go away without leave. And at the end of the day, when they eventually come to you to ask, just tell them, "Oh, sir, I'm really sorry. I got busy. I've been really busy." You know how funny that can sound? You know how funny it can sound? That the same person may be straining his eyes and giving himself headaches, and suffering his health just to be available for you, just to be available. And all of a sudden, one thing happens. Naming ceremony happens, and you cannot make it to. You don't put a call through. You don't send a message. You don't send a WhatsApp message. Nothing. You just leave for how many months and expect them to pursue you around. That's why these days, anybody that is telling me, anybody that is here that is interested in my mentoring program, I'm not in a hurry to accept any mentee. And I would like to say this: anybody that is coming with the vibe, sir, I want you to hold me by the hand. I can be very stubborn. Hold me by the hand and flog me, even if I refuse to enter the promised land. Carry me like the way the hand of God carried the Lot. I am not the hand of God, though. Me at the tire. I cannot carry you like that. If you are not self motivated to actually follow your goals and pursue your goals and follow instruction, please do not come. Maybe you need an accountability partner or an accountability coach and not a mentor. Not a mentor, please. I made that mistake in the past. Somebody says, "Oh, please, I want to pay for your mentoring program, but will you carry me from by the hand? Will you hold me by the? Will you take me along every journey? Wake me up in the morning, that kind of thing. Just carry me. Don't pamper me. Oh. I'm a very stubborn person. Flog me. I'm not interested anymore. I don't do that. It doesn't work. It never works. Flog me. Where I go see you flog? Me wey dey Abuja like this. Where I go see you flog? So it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for anybody. So it's your choice. You can go away without leave and you scatter the relationship amicably. Now, number 5, identity masking. I talked about the law of association. I talked about lack of association. Sorry. Some people mask identity. There are some people that, I said this earlier, they will get value from you. They will go outside and post the same thing and they will tag John Maxwell. I'm telling you this from personal experience. It happened to me, it happened to my brother as well. So somebody comes to me, gets advice from me, then the next moment, the same thing I told them, the same thing I told them, the same value they got from, they will post it online. But no, their mentor is not Chijioke, but they won't post me now. Do I have a car? Am I married? My beards are not even full. Who am I? Do I have, what do I own? What property do I own? What do I have to brag of? Do I have billions of dollars in my account? No. So who are they going to post? Tony Elumelu. Yes, they will post Tony Elumelu. I'm pretty sure Tony Elumelu, if he mistakenly sees that post, he's going to be wondering, when did I tell this guy? When did I mention this? When did I say this kind of thing? It go even shock him. But no, that's who they are going to post. Why? They want to be associated with a more successful, seemingly successful brand, which is hurtful. The number of times people did that to me, it broke me. I had a lady who came to me at a very down time of her life, a woman married with kids. I spent 3 hours on different days. In fact, the first 3 days or 2 days was consecutive. 3 good hours on each of those days. I sacrificed, spoke with this woman, I brought her up. I did everything I could to ensure that she gets on her feet. Did everything, clarity sessions, everything. I went the extra mile. I didn't charge her a dime. Part of the reasons I was doing this is because she's a mother and she told me her story, and I felt like, okay, let me just do this. I did everything I could. 3 hours, sometimes 3 hours, 30 minutes. She will be praising me. There's nothing she did not do. She will stop intermittently, pray in tongues, excited. Wow, this guy, you are so young. One of the days, she even asked me my age. I said, she told me, I'm almost twice your age. I'm even old enough to be your mother. You are too young for this wisdom. After all the hyping and whining, she hosted an event. She didn't, she invited speakers, she invited guests. I was just watching her. Most of her events, she would just invite, she will invite speakers that she considered successful. you know, I wasn't worth being invited as a speaker to her event, a whole mighty her. At that time, she had arrived. I was seeing her doing well, bouncing around on Instagram, hosting her events and stuff like that. She had arrived, you know. I had no problem with that. I mean, I had no problem, absolutely no problem with that. I felt happy. But it came to a point that I felt betrayed as well. Some things happened, you know, and I just realized, is that how it is? Is that how it is? That all of a sudden you've forgotten your coach, you've forgotten, the only place you call me coach is in my DM. Even my birthday, you won't even say happy birthday, coach, or post anything. I'm obviously not so curious about all those things. But at least somebody I showed that depth of sacrifice. But no, they will not associate with you. They won't associate with me. They will associate with the bigger the big shots, right? So that people will know that, oh, I'm chilling with a six-figure, seven-figure coach, right? Six-figure in dollars. I'm chilling with this kind of person. This person, people I get advice from. So they are literally ashamed of the person who helped them. Okay. So that's what I call identity masking. Some of you will post something, copy something that your mentor said. You post it on Facebook, you will not give credit. You will edit it small and post it. Let him come and fight you. You edit and post, nothing. No credit to him, nothing whatsoever. In fact, when you randomly ask people on social media, if you mistakenly post it, who is my mentor, they will not get it. Aside from the people who are jumping from one mentor to another, from one place to another. Oh, this person, my mentor, this, my mentor, oh, my mentor, that, my mentor. You will never see them mention you because they want to associate with the bigger shot, and that's fine. My only challenge is, why is it that after they associate with all those bigger shots, when it's time to ask questions, they come to the smaller shots? When it's time to need help, huh? I need clarity. they don't go to the big shot. Some of them, after going, they will still come back disappointed. They will come back. Okay, so that's my problem, and it's always hurtful, very hurtful. So mask identity, don't give them credit, don't associate with them, right? Just do your own thing, and you would definitely have a very wonderful way of destroying the relationship. Hmm? Now, the last and final one, the last and the final one, the last one and the final one is to leave a like on this video wherever you're watching it from, right? Leave a like and drop a comment to let me know that you came by. But beyond that, that's not the last and final. Beyond that, the last and final one is overwhelming them, over demanding. One of the fastest ways to make a mentor afraid of you, to give them anxiety when they see your call or see your text, one of the fastest ways is overwhelming them. See, let me tell you the truth. If there's a mentor figure in your life, if they had all the time in the world for everybody and for everything, you would probably not want them as your mentors. Anybody you see that is just so free, free time, anything they free time is just too much. Anytime you call them, they will pick. Anytime you call them, they just pick. What are you doing now? Nothing. I'm watching football. You may not want such people as your mentors. That's the truth. Okay. So in that case, anybody who you eventually have as a mentor figure, crime for you to overwhelm them. It is injustice for you to just intentionally keep stressing them. Because can I talk with you for 1 hour? Somebody who you call, you don't even ask about their health. How are you doing? When did you come back from work? How is it going? How are you? Mas, before I say how is you, what's going on in your life? So for some people, they just want, sir, I'm doing this, sir. Can you help me, sir? My father's business. Can you help me and post it, sir? Can you do this? Can you every time? So I get to wonder, because sometimes I feel really bad that I'm not able to be there for everybody who is asking for me. I mean, asking for my help, because I'm not even there for myself. Now imagine this: I come back from work maybe by 7 o'clock or 7:30, and you know I have maybe 20 minutes to sort myself out, find something to eat, you know, um, and I have to prepare for work the next day. I probably have to do some Bible study or something, listen to tapes or something. So maybe just what I have to myself, maybe 1 hour to do everything. Now the rest of the time maybe to sleep, and maybe, I mean, I have invitations here and there, come and speak at our events, speaking here, speaking there. I have personal stuff I have to do. I have learning to do. I have a lot on my table. I have paid clients to service. I have a paid coaching clients that even finding time for the paid coaching client, we've been dragging ourselves and pulling ourselves just to ensure that, you know, nobody feels left behind. It's hard. So when somebody now comes and they are making such demands, heavy demands on my time without even trying to know about my own welfare, it's painful. I may not say those things, but it's painful. It hurts. So those people that you want as mentors, sometimes ask yourself, if you are in their shoes, Abby, if you are the one, how will you feel? That somebody only comes to you when they have problem, when they have challenge, they will come and overwhelm you with their challenges. Oh, sir, uh, please, Can I talk to you about are you free? Can I talk to free? 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 Your somebody you want to have as a mentor free? Do you think they are really free? Okay. Most of the time, if they are going to give you a second, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, it's out of a lot of sacrifice and pain. A lot of it. A lot. There are so many things I don't get to do, so many tasks, so many things. I don't even do to-do lists anymore because it doesn't work for me. So many things, and it's frustrating. But sometimes I go the extra mile to do certain things for certain people, particularly people who are close to me. And sometimes some people don't even know how to give small gratitude. Small, let it be small gratitude, right? And it just slides by, slides. Okay. So putting additional demand, and that's why if you are not really close to me, if you are not my mentee, you are not in my inner circle, and you are not my family member, you are not my close friend or ally, right? Which other thing? And you are not the love of my life, if you are none of the above, huh? Or you are not somebody I highly revere, somebody I highly respect. If you are not any of these things, if you come to my DM, it may take months for me to reply. It's not pride. I don't even see it. Sometimes my siblings send me messages. I don't see it. I can't see it because I don't have time. So it may take months for me to eventually just mistakenly scroll. Have thousands of messages unattended to. And it's not my fault. And there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. So, you know, it will take an additional commitment for me to do certain things. Now, let me tell you something. This particular live session, there's somebody that made me host it. It's Sanonso Onyejemezi. I saw a comment on one of his posts about mentorship. So he tagged me, you know, and referred me to the person. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I don't know what the person is interested. I don't know what the person wants. Is he like to host me in a class or a live session or something? I was like, okay, even if that's the case, I said I was willing to do it. The person didn't reach out to me, so I just thought maybe the person has forgotten, and I didn't have time to go and start following the person and asking. I didn't have that time, so I just said anyhow, 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 anyhow. I've had this in mind for a long while. Let me just do it. Let me just find a way to do it. So today was like the most odd day for me to do this. In fact, it was almost impossible, but I said I'm going to do it. Now, this is about relationships, right? Like I was saying, the person is not, if somebody is not my good friend or somebody I really respect, or family member, my father, my siblings, my mom, my relatives, or which other thing, my mentees, my inner circle, I'm not really so obligated. This is one of the ways that I find time to breathe. Because at a point I realized that if I want to be there for everybody, I'll end up being there for nobody because I will die. Yes, I'll just waste away trying to attend to the needs of. I was a chronic people pleaser in 2020. That year, I allowed passion to finish me. So that's why I gave that woman. I will be giving that woman 3 hours of my time almost every time. And recently something happened between myself and her, and I regretted everything. I regretted every single thing. But it's fine. I'll just call it teaching practice. I did teaching practice, right? And so that's it. That's it. Do not overwhelm your mentor. 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 Don't stress them. Don't add stress to that. Don't let them see your call and feel anxious. If somebody picks your call, if somebody sees your call on their phone and they feel anxious and their hearts are already beating faster, that means you're doing something wrong. Yeah. that means you are doing something wrong. And if you somebody sees your car and they're like, oh, you are doing something wrong. Okay. So as much as possible, make it an easy journey for your mentor or your prospective mentors, those people that you would love to have as mentors. Make it easy for them to mentor you. So I don't know if I've skipped anything in this within the context of this whole discussion. I don't know if I skipped anything with the list of what I plan to discuss. But yes, this has been, I hope this has been concise enough. I hope this has been valuable enough. Always remember, value is the ultimate relationship language. The ultimate language of every relationship is value. So find what you can give, and that's how you sustain relationships, including mentorship. Okay, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Um, it's going to help you a lot. It's going to expose you. It's going to help you in your career, your life, your everything. Mentorship is going to take you to the next level. And the thing about it is not just that it's going to take you to the next level, it's going to take you to the next level fast. Leverage, and that leverage is expensive. It's very expensive. I'm not talking about money here. I'm just saying that leverage is expensive. Commitment can be the currency. Money can be the currency. Time may be the currency. Service may be the currency. Skill may be the currency. But whatever the case may be, leverage is expensive. So yes, I hope I've done justice to this topic. And if any one of you has a question, please feel free to drop the question in the comment section. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, son also. Hey, hey. Let me roll on the floor first. My night is. I hope you can hear my bones. Hey, I hope you can hear my bones touching the floor. Let me roll on the floor for my oga. My oga pata pata. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate. I appreciate always looking out and saying you know you people don't know who is attending this my session. No, I'll screenshot this. I'll put it in my CV. Ah, easy. I'm grateful. Like beyond words, I'm really grateful. I was talking to a group of friends, my our national body. No, our nation is not our national body. A collection of over 1,000 physiotherapists and physiotherapy students. So I posted something one time, and I was talking about a session that I just concluded. That was a Thrive conference that I had San and so speak. I was telling them some stories. I was trying to open the minds of people and let them know that beyond your profession, beyond the salary thing, there's a lot that you can do. And I told them a story about Nonso, about San Nonso, and I was like, you need to see how he was speaking about, money with so much confidence in the event. I was telling them that this thing is possible. This is possible. The fact that he was just mentioning there's $3,000, $5,000, 6,000. I mean, come on now. If you carry your calculator and you start putting all those things, you know that $6,000 is not 6,000 naira. Definitely not 6,000 naira. No. So I was just saying all those things. Now immediately I left the group. I went to Facebook and I saw that he mentioned me, and I was just amazed by how how the I don't know how to put it, but there just seems to be an invisible connection that happens with us as a people most of the time, you know. So I'm mentioning him somewhere, and he was already mentioning me somewhere. That's how life works. Maybe Elon Musk will read his post now and just see me randomly and try to punch like 10 billion, no, 10 billion, no, oh, $10 billion is like small, oh. But let me just start from there. Try to punch like $10 billion into my account, just like that. I'll be happy. I'll be a happy man. Yeah. So that's life for us. That's life for us. And I'm really grateful. I'm really, really, really grateful. Like very grateful to always see his comments on my posts. Man, this is huge. This is huge. This is huge. And just in case you don't know Sanon Sonye Jemezi, just go and follow him. I don't need to talk much. Find him on Facebook and follow him. Find him on Facebook and follow him. His face. I know he said this one time that his Facebook is a mentoring outlet, and I picked that. I loved it so much, you know, and it kind of helped me to also structure something I call an open mentoring system. So right now, I offer two kinds of mentorship. There's one that is closed, the inner circle. There's one that is okay, you have to pay to join, right? But then for anybody who can't even pay for anything I'm offering, I usually tell them one thing: just go and follow me on social media. That's my mentoring platform. That's my open mentoring system. Go to my YouTube, you'll see videos and videos and videos, just like this one. It will be uploaded on YouTube, it will be uploaded there. So just go there. I send them a link to all my social media platforms, including YouTube and my podcast. Just go and enjoy. The thing I don't tell them is that okay, this one is not so structured, so you may have some issues going through it, especially if you're not so disciplined. It may be difficult, right? It may be difficult, but I won't tell them that part. So I'll just give them the link and tell them to go and enjoy, right? If they can't afford or if they don't want to pay. So sometimes even when people come to me, I'm like, okay, I offer paid mentoring program. I offer a paid mentoring program. So if you want to pay, that's fine. You really want to say it. But if you are like, once I see the ones I'll say, they've not even asked how much is it. They're like, so I don't have money. So I'm only a student. So I'm only, oh yeah, take only my YouTube channel, take only my Facebook link, take only anything that you can take only off, and we're good to go. But don't call me to ask me questions. Don't come to me and my DM to ask me something that will take me more than 2 seconds to answer. All those commitments, they are not necessary. So, but Nonsoye Jemezi is, he doesn't even give you room. Like, he doesn't even give you room to not understand any. He will break everything down. You just need to read a post and you've gotten it. You just read a post and it's there. Just read one long post and you are like, how on earth is this information free? This is not meant to be. This is not meant to be free. But that's how valuable a person can be. So if you are not yet connected with him, please connect with him. I'm not doing, I wasn't coerced, I wasn't asked to do this. But that's value for you. That's value for you. This is somebody that I would readily recommend. Any member of my community, anybody who's coming to me for something, I can readily recommend anytime, any day. Anytime, any day. And that's how it is. So we should all be also on that quest to build such value, you know, that people can talk about us with such striking confidence, knowing so well that you won't disappoint. They know that you are not going to disappoint. So, um, Rukoya, Rukoya, I'm glad. I'm glad. Um, Rukoya, do you want to come up on the stage? I would like you to come up on the stage. I would like you to come on stage. Would you like to come up on stage? I'd like to spotlight you. Okay, Rukoya. I don't know if I pronounce the name correctly, because I would like you to tell us a little story. So please click on the link. Click on the link. And my unit, I see you. I see you. I see you. It's looking as if it's my inner circle that full here. Okay. So please, Rukoya, click on the link, and I would want to bring you up stage and put you on the spotlight so that you can share some of your experiences with us. Okay. So you can click on that link, StreamYard, the StreamYard link in the comment section. So like I was saying, um, I'd really be glad to see results. Good, good, good. Please click on the link and I would pull you up stage. So Rukoya is one of my mentees that I think I would like to hear how we met again. I'd like to hear it. So sometimes it can be really, really interesting. So um while we wait for her to come up stage, I would appreciate any questions. So this is a series. I decided to do it in two sessions. The first one is for people who are looking for mentors and want to know how to maintain that relationship. That's what we just concluded now. Okay. You want to learn how to maintain the relationship or how to initiate it. That's what we just finished now, right? Understanding the art of mentorship, what mentorship really is. Now, the next one I'm going to be doing is basically the art of mentorship, but this time around for people who would want to mentor others. Okay. And like I said, it's not rocket science, it's not difficult, it's not hard, you know, and there's nothing so special about the word mentor. There's nothing so big or strange about it. It's simple. A mentor is a guide. A mentor is you know a leader. A mentor is a teacher. A mentor is a protector, a motivator, a counselor. And most of the time you find out that you've already been mentoring people. It's just that you didn't give it a name, or you are afraid of using a name, right? You are held back by certain things. But once you begin to embrace this as, oh, no problems, no problems, my battery is ready. Oh, okay, yeah, chai, no problems at all. I wanted to spotlight you as well, but it's fine, it's fine. So I'm done as well, I'm done now. Like I was saying, the next session is for those who want to be mentors. Okay, what you need to know to set up effective mentoring schemes and mentoring programs, whether free or paid. Okay, so that people can get the best out of what you're offering. Okay, and I don't know when that one is going to be, but maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. For now, let's just say let's just say I don't know, but let's see how tomorrow goes. If I come back early and I'm able to find a way to fix that, I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow. So it's going to be for people who want to mentor others, and it is something that you can do. It is absolutely something you can do. It's something that is worth giving the try. So I'll stop here. You all have a fantastic night rest. Thank you for joining my session. Thank you very much. Christy, Rukoya, Rejoice Kelechi. Oh, beautiful. I can attest to this. Had a similar experience from serving in the program. Wonderful. Wonderful. Let me see any other person that joined in that I didn't mention. Emmanuel Oladijo. Oh, I didn't give you a shout out earlier. Oh, Rukoya is here. Add to stage.
Good evening, Chad. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, sir. Thank you so much for the session and for every time. This
Oh,
class has been particularly very insightful for me, and I can relate to everything that you said in the sense that when I joined this mentorship, it was a surprise for me. I've been looking up to like join your mentorship program, and then when I received your call that day, and I was given the opportunity, I was really really excited, and it's an opportunity I couldn't take for granted. So being in this session again, it just reminds me of everything, and I'm so happy and so grateful to be here. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm really glad. So I want you to reshare the experience. What made me did I tell you what made me reach out to you? And how did I reach out to you? I don't know. I seem to have been overwhelmed with a lot of details lately.
Yes,
So
yes. It's really amazing how I think last year I did commented on one of your posts. I can't remember the comment, but then you messaged me on Facebook and then you asked me to message you on WhatsApp, and then I did, and then you gave me access to one of the sessions you did. So I watched it and then I messaged you again. I said thank you, and then I said how the session has helped. And then I used to follow your works online. I'll comment, I'll make a post. And then you called me, you messaged me on WhatsApp that day, and then you just asked me that, how am I doing that? You see what I do online, and you really love it. You showed some form of encouragement, and I was really overwhelmed because a lot of things I do, I just do it and I felt like nobody sees me. So for you to just call me and just tell me you love what I do, it's really a big thing for me. So I was so excited. And then I just received your call and then you asked me how am I doing that. You saw one of my posts on Facebook. That is why you called me. And I was really, really excited. And then you asked me what would I love you to do for me? And that was just an opportunity for me because I was already looking to join your mentorship program. So I just told you how would I want to join your mentorship program. Then you told me the price. As I then I couldn't afford it, and then you still took me in. You gave me discounts, and I wasn't able to afford it, and then you still let me join in, even with the fact that I haven't been able to afford, and that's an act of kindness I really didn't take for granted. Thank you so much, sir.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, now I'm beginning to remember. Now I'm beginning to
Thank you,
remember.
sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And how has the journey been for you so far? How has the inner circle been for you?
I don't even have words to describe. I mean, it's amazing. Sometimes the message you drop on the inner circle group, it just struck a chord, and I don't even know. Maybe sometimes you even think, oh, this man knowing what I'm thinking, or why is it that anytime we drop a message, it just kind of align with the phase I'm in, and that's something that is so so amazing. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm really happy. I'm really happy, particularly when I know that you're growing. It gives
Thank
me
you,
it
sir.
gives me a bit of joy. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So I appreciate you for joining the session and keep doing amazing work. Keep doing amazing work. I love the way I love the confidence in your voice as well. You make a great presenter and a great speaker, trainer, coach, so many things. So keep at it. I
Thank
commend
you,
this. I
sir.
highly commend it. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So Rukoya, I want you to just take a few minutes and tell us what you do. So people who are going to watch this video in future who are going to watch the replay. And obviously, anybody who is watching the replay, please use hashtag replay to let me know that you're watching the replay, or just let me know that you came around, anyhow you want to do it. But for people who are going to be watching this and they want to know, oh, who is this Rukoya? What does she do? How can I follow her? How can I support her? You know, tell us, just give us a small intro. Tell us about you, about what you do, and then how can we follow you?
All right, so my name is Rukoya Alata on social media, on Facebook and LinkedIn particularly, and I am a public speaker. in the field of personal development. So I currently have a book, an ebook. It is titled "Activate 7 Secrets to Living Your Best Life Now," and it's on Seller. So basically, what I do is I help young people to become a better version of themselves. I love to see people grow and develop into their highest potential, as I am on the journey to develop mine as well. And I'm also an ardent volunteer, so I love to serve people, I love to serve organizations. So that's basically what I do. Thank you so much for the opportunity to showcase myself, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are on fire. You are on fire. I think, in fact, one of the things you should start teaching people is how to pitch themselves. Because this is one problem that I've noticed with a lot of graduates, a lot of people. I mean, graduates, students, working class. I've met business owners who don't know how to pitch themselves. They can't pitch themselves. They can't pitch their businesses. Very, very dangerous thing. So you meet
Thank you,
them and
sir.
like, when I meet you, what do you do? They just start telling you one long story that doesn't relate to anything about what they do. Or some of them will be like, oh, I'm a man, I'm a guy, I have beards, and I eat food. And they'll just say one thing that runs like what I don't know. But you delivered this excellently, I must say. It's not because you're my mentee, but no, 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 no. I give this to you. I come out cap. Let me doff my hat for you. You did well. You did well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Rikoya. So do have an amazing night rest and see you in the
Thank
inner
you,
circle.
sir.
You're welcome. Bye.